Yes, people, are making my first prediction on this channel. And I'm going out on a limb and saying that the 2021 Western Conference will be the toughest conference in NBA history. When you look at the teams that are there right now, and the teams that are coming back, I can't see how the 8th seed next year doesn't win at least 50 games. When you look at NBA history, only twice has the 8th seed won 50 games. And that's with OKC in 2010 and Denver in 2008. Only one time has a team won 49 games, and that's with Dallas in 2014. So a 50-win team as an 8th seed is very rare. It is rare. I can admit that. But the NBA is in a very unique situation right now, because you have two teams, actually three teams, that are playoff teams. We know they're playoff teams. Well, two are playoff teams, but they were injured and they missed the playoffs. And that is the Golden State Warriors. They were injured, they didn't make the playoffs, and Portland. Now, Portland made the playoffs, but remember, they were injured for most of the year. And when the bubble came around, they got back healthy. Portland isn't the average 8th seed. I hope people realize that. Portland made the conference finals of last year with the same team, essentially. They just got injuries. So they were a lower seed. And the other team are the Phoenix Suns. I truly believe the Phoenix Suns could make the playoffs this year. When you look at it, they were one game away from the playoffs, right? They're one game away. They missed DeAndre Ayton. He missed 25 games. Remember, he got suspended and he had injuries. Kelly Oubre played, I think he played about 48 games. Ricky Rubio missed some time. Even Devin Booker himself missed some time. So even with all those injuries, they were one game away from the 8th seed. So that's potentially a playoff team if everything goes right. So if you look at the standings this year, and we look at the teams that are coming back, where will they fall into those standings? We have Golden State. I don't see Golden State being anything less than a 4th seed. Anything less than a 4th seed. Portland, I don't think that's anything less than a 5, 6, 7th seed. Nothing less than a 7th seed. So that probably means OKC is getting bumped out. OKC probably won't be a playoff team next year. Because if you look at it, we know right now that there are 7 to 8 teams, 7, 8 teams that we can't imagine missing the playoffs. Those are the Lakers, Clippers, Nuggets, Utah, Golden State, Houston, Dallas, Portland. That's 8 teams right there that, if healthy, we can't imagine them missing the playoffs. And I didn't even mention the Kings, the Pelicans, the Suns, the Timberwolves, Memphis. So if you look at it, the 8th seed in the East won 32 games. So I can make a case that the Pelicans, Memphis, Suns, and the Kings, if they were in the East, would have all made the playoffs because they all won 30 games or more. I can make a case that in the East, they would have all made the playoffs. That's just something to think about. And the main reason I believe this will be the toughest conference is that in 2008, when Denver won 50 games, were they really contenders? Were they? I mean, they were a hard team. They played great basketball. But did they really have hopes of advancing past the first round? Same thing with Dallas in 2014. Did they have hopes of actually advancing to the second round? With the upcoming season, what if Dallas? What if the Mavs are the 8th seed? What if they fall to the 8th seed? Because they were the 7th seed this year. So they could easily be the 8th seed next year, depending on how things work out for them. And they could have easily beat the Clippers. Remember, it went to 6 games. Porzingis got ejected, and he got hurt. So they could have easily taken out the Clippers as the 7th seed. What if they're the 8th seed? Going up against the Lakers. Or the Clippers. Maybe Golden State. Nobody want to see Dallas in the first round. Okay, Dallas is the 7th seed. What if Portland is the 8th seed? Portland made the conference finals 2 years ago. Does anybody want to see Portland in the first round? Besides, Golden State? Golden State just demolished Portland, so it won't matter to them. But does anybody else want to see Portland fully healthy, having a full season to get the chemistry together? Who knows what changes they'll make? Yeah, man, 2021 is gonna be a crazy season. It's gonna be the best Western Conference we've seen in a minute. Or that being said, this is SCT Sports. I run 3 news pages: Instagram, Facebook, Twitter. I put a description below if you want to get news updates. I do them daily. If you like the video, subscribe, comment below what you think. Without further ado, y'all stay safe out there.